Nobody's watching me.
Hi, how are you?
This is Brad. Nice to meet you. My name is Wil Horne from EMC.
Hi, Will. Nice to meet you.
Do you mind if I take a seat here?
Yes, please do.
Awesome. Thank you. So how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Good. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me here. I know you have a very, very busy schedule.
Yeah.
Ginny actually spoke very, very highly about you and recommended me to you. Yeah, so how do you guys know each other?
We've been working with Ginny for a while here.
Nice.
We love her here, so
Great.
yeah, and whatever she says goes.
Awesome. Yeah, she's really great. So what I came to you to talk to you today is just a little bit about EMC, but before I do that, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about your day-to-day operations at Franklin Credit Union?
No, that's fine.
Awesome. So how long have you been with Franklin Savings Credit Union?
So since it opened 1984, so quite a while at
Awesome.
this point. Yep.
Great. Have you always been in information technology, or have you moved around different divisions? Or?
Yeah, information technology for the most part. Yep.
Nice. Awesome.
But I wear a lot of different hats around here. So
Well, it sounds like you have a
small
wealth
shop.
of experience. So can you tell me about your plans for the new facility in Hopkinton?
Oh, yeah, and you might be able to tell me more. It's just something we're really kind of tossing around at
Right.
this point in time. You know, we are growing. We've had a lot of success. So, yeah, we're planning to open up at some point in the near future
Awesome.
our second branch.
Well, why I say that is actually EMC, we're actually headquartered in Hopkinton, Mass.
Yep,
So we
I'm
kind of heard
familiar.
about you guys looking for a new place over there.
Oh, great.
So how will the new facility impact your day-to-day operations?
Probably a couple more headaches for sure. But I gotta be honest with you, you obviously are familiar with us and we're familiar with EMC. We're a very small shop here.
Right.
So that's why there's a couple hesitations and concerns around that.
Okay.
I think you guys might be a little bit too big.
Well, actually at EMC we actually specialize in small to medium business. So even though we are a large, very large company, 60,000 employees worldwide, we actually do focus on smaller to medium business. We really feel as though the smaller and medium business markets are really the driving forces in the markets today.
Okay.
So based on what you told me, you're a little bit concerned about moving to a new location, the troubles that come with it, the budget problems, as well as expanding. I'm sure there's different types of information that you're going to need to share from one location to the other. Do you mind if I tell you a little bit about EMC? Are you familiar with EMC at all?
I just know you guys are a huge company a couple blocks over, but yeah, by all means.
Right. Well, in a nutshell, we at EMC really strive to be affordable, simple, and efficient. And I'm sure at Franklin Savings Credit Union, that's something that you really value to yourself as well. Just some quick industry metrics that I'd like to go over with you. So the information technology field is actually growing by 50% in the next 6 years. So by 2020, it's going to be 50 times bigger than it is now. And some of the reasons why you have this growth in information technologies, things like mobile banking. I'm sure you've seen that change towards mobile banking as well as like online checking. Just from a credit union standpoint, some of these things like medical imaging, that's not necessarily pertaining to you, but strictly in a banking sense, there's a lot of changing technology that's really kind of making it everything go towards online and everything being virtual. Not a lot of actual people coming into the store. Things like check imaging, where I'm sure you guys might be experimenting with that, where you can have actually members of your credit union take a picture of their check and actually directly get deposited into their account.
Yeah, we're not at that point yet.
Just maybe not be at that point, but like I'm saying, what got you here today may not get you there in the future. So since since technology is changing so much, you really kind of have to grow with that technology and move with that technology. So what I'm here to talk to you about is our product with the VNXC. Now what the VNXC server does is it actually eliminates direct attached file-based servers. So I'm assuming you probably have a system that might be similar to this. Now this is just us at EMC taking our information of some of the people that we do our business with and bringing it to here. So you might have just direct attached file servers. So you have all your information basically spread throughout your company, but it's all computing and kind of storing the same information. You're probably spending a lot on cooling, probably spending a lot on just general maintenance and stuff like that. So what we do is we actually consolidate all of your information onto one server drive. So what that will do is, so say if you do decide to expand your location, you're going to have that information that can relay back and forth to each other simultaneously, and you can have information from somebody's account information maybe from the Franklin branch, and you can bring it up in the Hopkinton branch if you guys do decide to go that route. But even switching to the VNXC for your
Okay.
local location, so yeah, you can see here.
Yeah.
So you have just basically to color code it. I'm not a tech person. I'm the sales guy that goes and talks about it, so they color code everything for me here. So you can see the information in the red is just some information that's directed on some of the direct attached servers. You have your employee information on their actual desktops. You can see by the blue, that's all here. So all that information will be backed up and stored on the VNXC. Opposed to if this file server goes down, you lose all that information. With the VNXC, you have that backed up. You have all that storage. You have all that information right at your disposal.
Yeah, we do experience outages like that every once in a while.
Exactly, and it might be it's just such a pain, especially when you lose that information. It's so hard to find, but it's so important, and a lot of it just sits there. But when you need it, it's something you really, really need.
Yeah, we have our customer base. Obviously, being a bank, it's highly important, critical information.
Right.
That
Exactly.
If it's not securely protected, or if we lost it, we could have a major impact to our entire business.
Right. Right. So I can definitely see how that would be a problem, especially things like you're saying in the banking industry. Security is so important. So having all your information stored onto the VNXC is actually very beneficial for your company, because everything is going to be very secure on the VNXC. We haven't had any problems as far as hacking, or if anybody's hacking any type of information, we can just stop that immediately.
To be honest with you, it all sounds like a great solution, but I'm one of 3 people within our IT shop, and we really don't have the time and the resources to actually roll out any new projects at this time.
I can definitely understand that, and some other clients have actually felt the same exact way, that with this being such an advanced system that they don't have the time to really teach their employees that type of technology. Well, with the VNXC, we offer this program called Unisphere, and what Unisphere is, basically it's just a help guide. So if you have any type of questions or help or any type of thing, you can actually directly email Wizards, as well as there's video chat to some of our information technology servers. As I said, we're actually located in Hopkinton, Mass. So if you're opening a new location, say if you were to open that location in Hopkinton, we would be right down the road. So any type of questions or problems, and we would be happy to help you guys out, since we're so close.
Okay.
So based on some of the information I've given you so far, how are you feeling at this time?
It's a lot, but to be honest with you, again, we are incredibly strapped for resources, and at this point in time, I need to be able to visualize a roadmap of where we're going forward. And it sounds great, but again, it seems like it might be a little bit complex for us at the moment. And we definitely, again, need to just maintain day to day what the issues that we have at hand.
Right. So are there any other people that would be help influencing this decision on moving forward with EMC as a corporation?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton of say. Our director of operations, Alex, is definitely the one that recommends the most to our owners at this point.
Definitely. How about we schedule a meeting, the 3 of us, me and you, maybe, and Alex, and we can talk about maybe some of the services that EMC provides, and maybe clear up any type of miscues that you may have gotten from my presentation so far. We can just talk about it a little bit more.
Maybe, yeah. I guess that would be helpful, sure.
Okay, how are your schedule looking for, say, later on today, or how about Thursday next week at 10 a.m.?
Yeah, next week would definitely be
Thursday
better.
at 10 a.m., that's awesome, so I can pencil in for then?
Sure.
Well, I look forward to sitting down with you and Alex and talking about any type of questions you may have. Is there anything that I can grab from my corporation, any questions that I can answer to bring back to you?
No, I guess we'll just talk next week about everything else.
Great, so I really appreciate your time. I know you don't have a lot of time, so I'll get out of your hair, but I really look forward to meeting with you guys next week and talking about the VNXC a little bit more.
Awesome. Thank you very much. You can stay right there. We're gonna